You know that golden squeezable bear of honey sitting in your pantry? Well, it might be a lie. For centuries, we've thought of honey as a simple, wholesome sweetener for our tea or a quick fix for a tickly cough. But what if most of the honey on supermarket shelves is just a ghost of what it's supposed to be? A processed imposter, stripped of its natural power and a far cry from the potent medicine our ancestors used. The truth is, we've been looking at honey all wrong. We see it as a folk remedy, but science is finally catching up and proving what ancient civilizations knew all along. That real packed raw honey is one of nature's most powerful tools for fighting bad bacteria and supercharging your body's defenses. Welcome to Genius Health Solutions. Before we get into the incredible science, we have to talk about the great honey deception. The problem really starts with processing. Most of the honey you buy in a typical grocery store is pasteurized, which means it's heated to really high temperatures. This is done to kill off any yeast, which extends the shelf life and gives it that perfectly clear, smooth, and endlessly runny look we've all been trained to expect. But that convenience comes at a huge cost. The intense heat completely destroys the very compounds that make honey a powerhouse for your health. Those delicate enzymes, vitamins, and most importantly, the powerful antioxidants and bee pollen are basically obliterated. A lot of commercial honey is also ultra-filtered, a process that forces it through microscopic filters at high pressure. This strips out even more of the good stuff, including all the pollen. Believe it or not, without pollen, some argue it isn't legally honey at all. What you're left with is basically just another sugary syrup, nutritionally not much different from high fructose corn syrup. This isn't the healing liquid people have revered for centuries. It's a cheap imitation. Honey as medicine is nothing new. We're talking thousands of years across countless cultures. Ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans all used it to treat wounds and soothe gut problems. It was the original cough syrup and the go-to remedy for a sore throat. For a long time, modern society just brushed these uses off as folklore. But now, science is finally catching up, and the evidence is pretty compelling. Today, major health organizations are giving this ancient remedy a serious second look. Both the World Health Organization and the American Academy of Pediatrics now endorse honey as a natural and effective treatment for coughs, especially in children over the age of 1. In fact, multiple studies have found that honey can be more effective at calming the symptoms of upper respiratory tract infections than some common over-the-counter medicines. So, that old folk remedy? It's officially gotten the scientific seal of approval. So, what makes raw honey such a powerful germ fighter? It all starts at the microscopic level. Raw honey is a natural antibacterial and antiviral powerhouse thanks to a unique cocktail of compounds. First, it has an enzyme called glucose oxidase. When honey mixes with moisture, like on the back of your throat, this enzyme slowly releases small amounts of hydrogen peroxide, a well-known antiseptic. But that's not all. Raw honey is also packed with powerful plant compounds, like flavonoids and phenolic acids, which have their own strong antimicrobial effects. This is why certain types of medical-grade honey are now being used in hospitals to treat tough wounds, burns, and even to fight off antibiotic-resistant bacteria. This germ-fighting action extends right to your gut, which is basically the headquarters of your immune system. Research suggests raw honey can help fight off harmful bacteria like Helicobacter pylori, a major cause of stomach ulcers, and even E. coli, but it doesn't just take out the bad guys, it also feeds the good guys. Raw honey contains special sugars called oligosaccharides, which act as prebiotics. You don't digest these sugars, instead, they become food for your beneficial gut bacteria like bifidobacteria and lactobacilli. A healthy, balanced gut is absolutely essential for a strong immune system, and raw honey helps create that perfect environment. Beyond its direct attack on germs, raw honey helps build up your body's own defenses with its potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Our bodies are constantly dealing with free radicals, which are unstable molecules that cause cell damage through something called oxidative stress. This damage contributes to aging and a whole host of chronic diseases. Oxidative stress also fuels chronic inflammation, which is like a low-grade fire smoldering in your body that can weaken your immune system over time. This is where raw honey really shines. It's loaded with a wide variety of antioxidants, mainly polyphenols and flavonoids, which are preserved because it isn't heated. These compounds are experts at neutralizing free radicals, protecting your cells, and calming inflammation. By easing this chronic inflammatory burden, raw honey frees up your immune system to work more efficiently, so it's ready to go when a real threat shows up. Some research even points to these anti-inflammatory effects benefiting brain health by protecting neurons. One incredible meta-analysis found that consuming about 2 tablespoons of raw honey a day was linked to better cardiometabolic health markers like lower bad LDL cholesterol, lower fasting blood sugar, and higher good HDL cholesterol, which really shows its powerful body-wide benefits. All right, on to the practical stuff. How do you actually get these benefits? It all starts with finding the right kind of honey. First, you need to know how to spot real, raw honey. Forget that perfectly clear golden liquid in the plastic bear. Look for labels that say raw, unfiltered, or unpasteurized. Real raw honey is often opaque or cloudy because it still has all the good stuff like bee pollen and propolis. Over time, it will naturally crystallize, turning solid and grainy. Don't freak out. This isn't a sign that it's gone bad, it's a sign that it's authentic. If your honey stays perfectly liquid for years, it's almost certainly been processed. You can easily bring crystallized honey back to a liquid state by placing the jar in a bowl of warm, not hot water, water. Your best bet for finding high-quality raw honey is at a farmer's market or from a local beekeeper you trust. That way, you know you're getting a pure product and you're also supporting local ecosystems. Once you've got the real deal, using it is easy. A spoonful a day can be a fantastic immune-boosting ritual. To soothe a cough or sore throat, just mix a tablespoon into a cup of warm water with a squeeze of lemon. For a gut health boost, try having a spoonful on an empty stomach in the morning, or mixing it into some plain yogurt. Now, there is one very important safety warning. Never give raw honey to infants under 1 year old. It can contain spores of a bacteria called Clostridium botulinum. An infant's digestive system isn't developed enough to handle it, and it can lead to a serious illness called infant botulism. This risk isn't an issue for healthy adults and older children. And of course, while honey is a healthy food, it's still a sugar, so enjoy it in moderation. For too long, we've put honey in the same category as jams and syrups, completely underestimating it. But the scientific evidence is clear and growing. Raw, unprocessed honey is in a league of its own. It's not just a sweetener, it's a functional food. It's a prebiotic that helps your gut flourish, an antioxidant powerhouse that calms inflammation, and a natural antibacterial agent that helps protect you from germs. By choosing real, raw honey, you're not just adding a little flavor to your life, you're tapping into an ancient and powerful remedy that's been proven by modern science. It's time to rediscover the true healing power that's been waiting in the hive all along. If you found this look into the hidden science of honey interesting, and you're ready to swap out processed sugar for a real superfood, hit that like button to let us know. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we break down the science behind the foods you eat every day.